This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. April is Women's Eye Health Month, and we want to know what eye infections women are most prone to and how to prevent them. And we have Dr. Ron Brand from International Eye Care Center here this morning to break it down for us. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So today we're really going to focus on is dry eye, right? And why is that? Because a lot of people might think they have pink eye or something like that.
That's right. It's the big masquerader. People come in, sometimes they think it's their contacts or their pets, or they've got a red eye or their vision's bad, and often it really is dry eye.
All right. And talk about how does that happen?
Well, the surface of the tears is a very real refractive surface, so if it's thin or spotty, it'll disrupt the vision, for one thing. The whole purpose of the tears is to nourish the eye, so if they are a little bit deficient, then the eye will sometimes turn red. If it's chronic, that's sore. Things that will aggravate it at work, or if you're on the computer a lot, or not blinking as much. Contact lens wearers are fine with dry eye, but they do have to maintain them more properly and care for them by taking them out when they're supposed to and throwing them away when they're supposed to. With women, especially, some medications will aggravate dry eye. Hormone replacements, birth control pills are big ones, and then other systemic problems like diabetes and hypertension. It's not the disease, but the treatment of the disease, the medicines that make the eyes dry.
So like a side effect.
Yeah, like a side effect. And then some of the diseases make the eye dry too, like arthritis.
Interesting. So let's talk about some of the things that we brought in, because these treat dry eye differently, and we have like artificial teardrops, or
well, how they vary. Each manufacturer makes a range of products, and some are thicker than others. The thicker ones are better for longer lasting and nighttime use. The thinner ones may not last as long, but they won't disrupt your vision. These are all preserved, but they're good preservatives that won't bother your eyes. Some of the generic brands are harsher preservatives. Anything that comes in a unit dose like this is not preserved at all. So if you're sensitive to preservatives, these are nice. They're little tiny bottles that you just kind of use and throw away.
Okay, so like a one-time use type thing. Okay.
There is one prescription drop that's not to supply more tears. It actually stimulates your own tear production. I don't have that here, but it's on TV a lot.
Yeah.
Restasis.
Right. So let's talk about these.
Okay, this is a product that often, if people have dry eyes, the surface of their lids where their eyelashes are getting sticky, and the tears aren't coming out very well. And this is a product to help cleanse away the hardened oil and allow the flow to begin again.
Okay.
And you just rub a little bit of that foam on in the shower. These are like little towelettes that you use, or we call them lid scrubs.
Okay.
And the first thing we would do with someone with a dry eye problem is have them start to use some scrubs and heat, warm washcloth on the eyelids at night.
Okay.
And that'll help actually stimulate the tears. Problem is the oil in the oil glands in the eyelids gets sticky and doesn't come out like it should. And what this heat does is kind of melts it so that it flows more smoothly.
Interesting. Now let's talk about these plugs over here. What are these used for?
Well, where the tears drain is called the puncta, the tear drain, and they will sometimes vacuum off the available tears. And these are plugs that will they're a third of a millimeter, so they're very small. They go inside the puncta and reduces that vacuuming effect, so the tears that you're making are on your eye longer. And this was the original type. It's one size. This is a newer type here that actually kind of adjusts the length. We put it in, and it shrinks and fattens to be a custom-made plug.
So both of these, they have to be put in at the doctor's office, right? And how long are they allowed to be inside?
Well, they're permanent. We call it permanent reversible because they don't dissolve. This particular type does not dissolve, but we can always remove them.
Oh, okay. All
so
right.
they just go in and out with tweezers, basically.
Wow. Well, so very good information, very important information. I know that, sometimes I wear my contacts a little bit longer than usual, and I'll get a little redness in my eye. So great to know. What we'll do is we'll post all this on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we'll also post your information with the International Eye Care Center in Kirksville if they have any questions or anything like that. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Thanks, Ella.
And we'll be right back.